Hey, what's going on, beautiful family? What's going on? What's going on? It's your sister, Michelle here. Yep, dropping in to do a video for you. Done some before, and I'm doing it again. Hope you're doing well on your personal journeys and yourself. Just working on yourself. Getting to know yourself. Getting to know about these narcs that we deal with. All this different things. I hope you're there. If you're not there yet, you will get your behind there. You will get your butt there, okay? If your sister can do it, you can do it. I have faith in you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done it. My old subscriber family, I love you. I love you. Thanks for rocking with me. New subscribers, come on in. Join your sister. Let's talk about some real shit. Let's talk about some real shit. You know, let's just get to it. I love y'all. But anyway, let's get to something real quick. Something that took me a very long time to understand. Now, of course, I've been on this channel for a long time. I talk about all kinds of things when it comes to narcissistic abuse, especially with the discard or the new supply and all the things that we talk about, which is very valid and very true. But let's talk about something, what it really, really means. It took me a long time to get it, y'all. It took me such a long time to get it. Because emotions don't get sorted out overnight, especially dealing with these type of damn rats and roaches. You got to fumigate them. Sometimes it takes a couple of fumigations before they get, you get rid of them. But anyway, YouTube don't block my ass. But let me tell you something. I finally get, which I knew before, but now in my healing where I'm in a totally different space and I want you to be there. The main reason a narcissist discards you. What is the main reason why they discard you? What is the discard really about? Now, for us, the discard is getting rid of us, replacing us, putting us through trauma, putting us through pain, feeling like we're, just thrown to the wayside. A lot of times, it just comes out of nowhere. Sometimes it doesn't even come out of nowhere. They've been an asshole from the beginning or a bit. And we just overlooked it because we're so love-bombed and enthralled. Don't give yourself a hard time about that. Happens to the best of us, okay? But here's the thing I understand. And I want you to truly take with you when it comes to what the discard is really about. The discard is really not about you. Of course it's not. We hear that all the time. Discard is not about you. Discard is not about you. That's absolutely true. It is not about you. But what it is truly about is the realization that a narcissist comes to when it comes to you. See, a narcissist already knew from day one. They had no business in your life, in your space, or nothing. They were inadequate in their minds with you from the beginning. You don't understand that because they show up so confident, do they not? They show up so strong. They show you they can love. They show you all the things that they think and basically know you want to hear to make it feel like it's a solid relationship. Not even a solid relationship, that they are 10 toes down and solid. They are confident. They are knowing what they want. They come in with such confidence and all this arrogance. And you look at it like, because I know for me, I looked at it back at the time, I was like, but his confidence level, no matter what, it's like nothing bothers this person. And that's a lot of times what happens too with narcissistic abuse. We think nothing bothers them because a lot of times it doesn't. But it doesn't bother on the surface that you're thinking about. What bothers a narcissist is their own insecurities, the way they look at themselves. So a lot of times, 99% of the time, when people say the narcissist does not care, they don't care about what you think they should care about. But what they do care about is their ego. What they do care about is how they look. What they do care about is if they're going to get something or they're not going to get something. So they have cares, but it's self-centered cares. And that's the same thing about the discard. It's a self-centered act. It's not about you, baby. It's a self-centered act. Because just like I said, when they decide to discard you or move on, it has nothing to do with you at all. Are you perfect? Absolutely not. Have you made mistakes? If you've been with a narcissist, you probably made a lot of mistakes, and the biggest mistake is staying with somebody that showed you who they are. But we have done it. I have done it. We're going to get past that. Give them a moment of silence. That's it. But anyway, right? The discard is just like the way they came into your life. It's fake. It's based off of self-centeredness. It's based off of what they want. And the discard is the same way. The discard comes from a space of, I am not good enough for this person, but I'm going to pretend I'm not. I am not what this person deserves and needs. Let me tell you, the time they take to break you down and your self-esteem to make you think that you're not worthy of anything else is only strictly off the back of they know that they are not supposed to be there. The enemy always wants you to think, you know what? I'm better than what your mind is telling you. What your mind is telling you, what your emotions are telling you. because that's what they master at. Their emotions is telling them, you're not good enough. You're toxic. They know all this about themselves. They know all this. So their mind is telling them such bad things about themselves, right? So the reality of it, they look at you and they're like, well, there's no way that I should have ever been in this person's life. And when they discard you, they go to that space of, well, let me discard this individual because there's no loss for me, because in my mind, I already knew I shouldn't have never been there. So a lot of people are like, why they act like they don't care and this, that. They don't care about you like that because it's only self-serving of what their emotions is based on. But it does go to the point of, guess what? I knew I wasn't supposed to be here. I knew this is too good for me. The true discard of a narcissist is nothing about you. It's all about themselves. They don't like themselves. They can't understand how you fell for the okie doke. They're still confused about how they got that far with you. So when they discard you, it's like, okay, well, it's easy for me to discard this person because I was never fully in there. I don't like myself. I'm inadequate. I use them for what I need to use them for, and I was able to do that to certain terms. But the bottom line is, I'm discarding this individual because I know from the beginning I was not the shit I pretended to be. It's easy to discard people when you don't care about nothing at all. It's easy to get rid of people when you don't care about yourself. See, people act upon how they operate. When you're a good person, you know good things, you know to give out good things, right? And narcissists know they're not that person. They give out nothing but negative. So discarding you only means this is absolutely normal. Because really and truly, the discard is of themselves. They have discarded themselves a long time ago. They discarded themselves many, many, many moons in situations before you came along. This is the game they play. They're always looking for the right person to cure that insecurity, that feeling they have inside. That's what this is about. They're always looking for something to make them feel better about themselves. That will never happen. The discard is not personal. The discard is strictly about, I don't feel good enough. I know I was not good enough. There's no way in hell I should even be with this individual. The discard comes from their own inadequacy, their own bullshit, their own mind telling them over and over how sorry they are. The mind ain't lying to them. But anyway, and everything else, it's their internal stuff. Let me tell you, I learned a lot about life, not just with narcissists, through narcissistic abuse, but just because I was with a narcissist, I learned a lot about people to a certain degree. People behave the way they feel about themselves. They behave the way they feel. And you don't think I'm lying? Check the theory. If you're an empathic person and you're kind and loving, you behave that way. That's the way you go into stuff. When you're a low-down individual, you ain't hitting up, that's the way you go. People's character and how they feel about themselves inside and where they are brought up, raised, whatever, it shines out of them. A narcissist was raised different. They came through different. Their mind tells them different, and you'll never understand that. So the discard of you only comes from what they feel about themselves. It's not a personal thing. Because I always tell people, I've always said this over the years, when a narcissist discards you, it's the biggest blessing of, thank God for the discard. Thank you, God, for the discard. But the discard comes from how they feel about themselves. Because nobody's ever going to make me feel good about myself because I'm terrible. That's why they jump from supply to supply to go into a new supply. You're like, I was with you for 4, 5, 6 years and you jump to this person because your time with them was not enough to make them feel good about them. It has nothing to do with you. They don't feel good about them. They tried for years, months, or whatever with you and they didn't get that feeling. So they think somebody else is going to give them that feeling. So it's easy to switch off. You know what I mean? It's easy to switch to the next person because it's an internal thing. They don't care about who they hurt and what's going on. They don't look at it like that. They don't care about who they left in, broken and hurt because they're not moving from a space of thinking about how you feel. They're only thinking about what's going to regulate me. And nothing regulates them. So that's why, discarding people, it's just natural for them. It's in them. They're going to always do this. I don't care how much time has passed or whatever. And they still can be in relationship with people and they still are silently discarding them inside the relationship because nobody can ever make them feel like I am enough for myself. That's the reason why you got discarded, baby. You got discarded because they're not enough for themselves. They're not enough for themselves. And nobody's going to ever make them enough for themselves. You got to understand that. This is real talk. It took me a while to see that. My ex-narc, he went on and did whatever. Still, same miserable person. Same, doing the same thing. Same shit, even worse with a new person. Because it's not about that. It's about, I don't like me. And I'm looking for that situation or that moment that triggers my insecurities, my pain, my hurt, my inadequacies, and it's going to change how I feel about me. It never happens because that's an internal job, as we know. Like I always tell you with this situation with the narcissist, you got to work on you to change this after you've been discarded or you leave or whatever. Nobody's coming to save us. You got to save yourself. And narcissists do not know how to save themselves. And that is the bottom line. And when you're a person that doesn't know how to save yourself, what do? You look for anybody else to save you. Because at the time, only thing you're doing is, trying to survive. Put it like this. If you're in the ocean and you're on a boat, the boat sinks, right? Your first instinct is survival. You're in panic mode. You don't know if you're going to live or die or whatever. You are going to go to the first nearest raft, piece of wood, or whatever you can float on that gives you survival. And that's how narcissists are. We're survival tactics. We're not love for them. It's not personal. They're always in the mindset of, I have to survive this internal struggle that I have going on. That's the bottom line. You're not in that, sweetheart. You weren't in it from the beginning. You're not in it through the discard. You're not in it after the discard. Even after you heal, whatever they got going on, you're not in that focus with them because their main focus is, how can I survive myself? That's it. Surviving themselves is all they care about. Pain don't mean nothing. Regret, all that. Yeah, they might have some kind of regret later on because guess what? They can no longer float on your raft. That's why they do that. They don't come back trying to survive off of you because they love you. It's, I am drowning here. Let me go get something that's going to keep me alive. And that's what narcissists do to everyone. You're only there to keep them alive mentally. But they're truly already dead. Do you understand that? Take that in. You're only there to help them survive themselves. But baby, they're already dead. That's an internal thing. Listen to your sister. That's why they truly discard you. It has nothing to do with you. Because you're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're sexy. You're all those things. Perfect? No. But I think you're perfect. Your sister loves you. Remember what I'm trying to tell you. The true reason why you got discarded? You were just there so they could survive. And after that, on to the next. It's all about personal survival, baby. And guess what? That's one thing they taught us. Personal survival. And when you're going through this kind of struggle and you go through this kind of abuse in your life, you better find your own personal survival to get out of this mess. You understand? Kind of works both ways. We just don't do it the evil way. You know what I mean? I love you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.